What's going on, everybody? I'm back. Round two. Let's try this again, can we? My son's asleep, and he should be down for the night. So I'm gonna try to get this video done while he's asleep. And uh, yeah. So I don't have a script or anything. I was thinking about writing out a small script to make sure I hit every bullet point that I want to talk about with Destiny. But I think it's still going to be better if I just go off the hip. If I just shoot off the hip, I know basically what I want to say, and I know basically how I want to get from the beginning to the end, and and we'll just have some fun in the middle, basically. So this video, I started it earlier today, and then I got interrupted. My son woke up, and I had to go take care of that, and so I canceled the stream, and I even deleted the video. So but for those of you who are joining in, if you heard what I was talking about before, then this is just a recap essentially for you. Um, yeah, I'm not buying any more Destiny expansions. I got the final shape in it. I pre-ordered it, bought the most expensive version of it, and I might be a minority in this, but severely let down by that expansion. Um, there's things that are wrong with it. There's some cool things about it, but there's a ton that was wrong with it. And we're going to get into those things. Hopefully we get into those things during this live stream. Um, but I wanted to talk about why I'm no longer going to be making purchases with Bungie. I'm not going to be buying any more Sprite or silver with them or anything like that. Um, in the last year, I haven't been playing all that much. I mean, my main is I've always been a Titan main, but I got one or two builds for my hunter, and they were really a lot of fun. And so whenever I log in, I just play the hunter. I do have a cool looking Titan. I mean, he looks badass, but I never play him. He's still in the uh, final shape story. I think he's completed the first mission. My warlock's never not done anything. The only reason their light level is the way it is because when this next expansion, when they did the pre-launch for it, you each character got a full 220 gear set, and I just went and picked them up and infused them into the characters so they look stronger than they actually are, or further along than they are. But no, I realistically I've been on the hunter. Um, so yeah, let's jump into this. Let's talk about Destiny. Let's talk about why. Let's talk about first of all. I want to talk about why I'm not going back. I'm not buying the next expansion. Um, I was on the fence for a little while. I will say this. I was on the fence. When I first heard about it, I was like, okay, it looks like we're leaving Sol. We're going to get some new planets. You know, it could be a huge overhaul of the Destiny system. It wasn't. It's not. It's not at all. I watched the live streams. I watched the devs live streams, and I was severely bored. I was severely disappointed. There's nothing. I'm telling you right now, there is nothing new being added to Destiny. They're taking away stuff like they always do, and they said they're not doing anymore. They're vaulting shit which they said they wouldn't do anymore, and they're doing it again. But they're doing it under the disguise of a new system. Oh, you're getting a new system, da 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 da. You're getting new content. You're really not. I'm telling you. Here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you why. In a second, I'm going to show you why I'm so upset with Destiny, with Bungie. Um, but first, I want to talk about. I want to give them a positive, and the biggest positive I can give Bungie for about how good Destiny is when it comes to the looter shooter genre, when it comes to this genre, the FPS MMORPG, nobody can hold a candle to Destiny in one aspect, and that is the gameplay, right? The gunplay, the gameplay, the actual you jumping around, you interacting with the world. No other company has been able to replicate that. Why? I don't know, but nobody has. The closest I've gotten to a Destiny experience as far as looter shooters go is Borderlands 3. I love Borderlands 3. Everybody says Borderlands 2 is better. Never played it. I've only played Borderlands 3, and I absolutely love Borderlands 3. It's so funny. It's so much fun. There's a lot of good in-game content to it. I haven't really gotten into, but I beat it with the mech chick, and I had so much fun with that game. And as I was playing, I was like, how did this not pass Destiny? This is a better storyline. The gunplay is on par. It's not better, but it's on par. The world is very interactive. There's multiple worlds, but it's very linear, right? The game is very linear, and once you get that to that point, you're like, oh, okay. It, I just it gets me because I'm really hoping Borderlands 4 delivers because I'm that's the next big game I'm gonna buy is Borderlands 4. At that Neo 3, but that's the Souls thing, and that's a conversation for a different day. We're talking about Destiny and why I'm not getting the expansion. Um, so the positive being the gameplay is great. It's always been good, right? People shit on the Crucible, they shit on Gambit, but you still go back to it. And if you're playing Destiny, you're still playing Gambit, you're still playing Crucible, you're still doing your Nightfalls, you're still grinding the dungeons, you're doing the raids, you're going to the planets. So if you are an active player, you're doing these things. So if you're shitting on them, then why are you playing the game, right? I'm I am not going to be playing the game. I'm not going to pay to play the game anymore. Is the better way of saying it? Because I'll probably still come when I get that Destiny itch. I'll come back and whatever content that I've paid for up to this point, which would be the final shape. I'll just play that content. I'll play within that content, within that realm of content, and I'm okay with that. Um, the Armor 3.0 is stupid because it's vaulting all of your gear outside of exotics. All your gear is worthless because they're saying, well, no, it's going to be up to a tier 3 in the new system, right? Okay, fine. So all my gear, my best adept gear is now mid gear. That's kind of like what they used to do when they would bump your light level down, right? Or like this, when they do this. Let me show you. When they go into your vault and they do this, right? I didn't get this at 1900. It was a different light level. Or my Fate Bringer. Well, that was probably lower level. They brought it up, but um, I have so many weapons in here that like this hung jury. It was not 1900 when I got it, but when the new season came, it dropped it down, and they do that to all your gear. And so you could make that argument. Well, that's what they're doing with this gear, but there's one exception to that, and that's the coming seasonal artifact. The artifact that's coming tomorrow with that season says if you're wearing new gear, you get buffs. You're going to be stronger, better if you're wearing new gear. You will not get these buffs if you're wearing your old gear. Period. You will be handicapped at the knees. So they're saying you got to get rid of all this gear that you've grinded to where you got these cool stats on your character. I think the best one is my arc. Yeah, see, my arc I have 100. I have two 100s on this. I have way too much. I have over resilience on this one. Um, but none of this gear matters as of tomorrow. It'll be all mid tier. They're changing all of these to a better system, I think, but they're changing all these. So all this gear is completely worthless. I can't even infuse. I won't even be able to infuse the new gear into this gear. Like, oh, these stats are still good, so I'm gonna take tier 3 gear that I'm getting now and infuse it into this. It's I won't get the perk from the artifact. I'm like, so you're vaulting gear, so you're cutting content again. So, so that's a hit. That's definitely a big hit for me. Now, when I was originally going to do this video, I was going to play the game as I was talking about it, and I was in the Nether. Um, I was just going to run around the Nether and do stuff. And as I was doing that, I realized I had to focus on that, and I could not, for the life of me, could not multitask enough. I'm going to go here and check to see if I leveled up this, anyways. But for the life of me, I could not multitask and talk about what I wanted to talk about and play in the Nether at the same time. So I figure I'll kind of bounce around, maybe go to the tower or stuff, but nothing intrusive on the game. But just gives you something to look at while I'm running my mouth about Destiny. And I want to go on the record and say I've been playing Destiny since Destiny 1, since the second DLC. So that would have been Crota's End. I didn't play the first one. I didn't get into Destiny when Vault of Glass was the main raid. I came in right after that and started playing, and I've been playing ever since. And um, and I've loved it. I've loved Destiny. I've been a big fan of it, but there was a breaking point for me, and this could lose me some subscribers, gave me some subscribers. I don't know, but this really, really, really shook me the wrong way. Uh, Rubbed me the wrong way. That's the better word to use. Rubbed. Hey, look at that. I only have this one left to do. Overflow desire. Um, one more rank on that. I won't get it, but uh, so and what that really was. So Bungie's been pulling the wool over people's eyes for a long time. I want to say ever since Lightfall. The Lightfall, when we got Europa. No, 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 no. Excuse me. When we got Neptune. Was that Lightfall? Whichever one was the last, we got the last planet. We got the last expansion that we actually got a brand new place to explore. And that was Neptune. Okay? Everything else has been a magician's act. Okay, the final shape was a magician's act. There's no new content in it. If you go into the Pale Heart and walk around and really look at what you're looking at, you got the old tower. So they just reskinned that. They took the old tower, reskinned it a little bit, made it look fresh. Well, it's old, but made it look like something that you can interact with. And it's cool. We got the old tower back. Da, da, da. There's parts of the Pale Heart where you're literally in Savathun's throne world. It's just Savathun's throne world thrown in there. They didn't even so they're not even doing new content. They're just taking their current content and and putting shit over it to make it look just a little bit different to trick you. That's what pissed me off the most about the final shape. Plus, I didn't understand the story. I've followed the story of Destiny from D1 all the way till now. I'm not a Grimoire reader, so I didn't read the Grimoire cards in the first one. I don't read any of the read lore in Destiny 2, because there's YouTubers for that. Bife is by far the best lore guy for Destiny, and I watched his like 8 to 10 or 12 hour or whatever it fucking was video leading up to the final shape. I watched it. I comprehended about 60% of what he was talking about. Now that's on me. But at the same time, I feel like it shouldn't be that convoluted to understand who the witness is, why he's here, what's his motivation. I have a better understanding of Gaul and the Emperor. I have a better understanding of their motives than the final than and the witness in the final shape. He's just a big bad villain at the end to me. He You don't even kill him as a guardian. You have to get together with 12 guardians to kill him. Oh, that's so epic. That's stupid. Oryx, you kill him. In his normal realm, you kill him. Then the raid takes you into his throne world, where you have to kill him in his throne world, right? Crota, you kill him, and then you have to kill him in his throne world. Savathun, same thing. You kill them by yourself, and then you go as a group and take them out when they're more powerful. But you don't even get to do that with the witness. You play essentially a game with him, and then you take him out as a 12-man group. And I'm telling you, everywhere you go in here is just a reskin part of somewhere else that they've already made. Like they didn't even take stuff like, oh, well, this was deleted content from D1. that never made it. Like right here is this is from the Cosmodrome. I mean, you can see the fucking planes. Um, and I think they threw snow on top of it. like, um, uh, yeah, because here's the wall. Um, and that was my and I pointed this out to a buddy of mine. I was like, this isn't new. Nothing in here is new. It's just reskinned. And he was like, well, it's new. I was like, no, dude, it's reskinned. And 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 then I looked back and I was like, they've been doing that for a while. For a lot of new content, when they give us new content, it's not new content, it's just reskinned content. And they're charging us new content money instead of, hey, here's here's an update. We're not going to charge you for it because it's basically you've already seen all this stuff, but we're going to give it to you in a different version. You know what I mean? Like I love Neomuna. I'm one of the few people who love this area because it's new, it's different. It is 100% different. I love the cyberpunk feel to it, and I wish it would have hit harder. But um, uh, uh, Beyond Light, was this Beyond Light or is this Lightfall? I can't remember. One of them is Beyond Light. I think this is Beyond Light, and this is Lightfall, right? So I'm in the minority where I liked Lightfall with the Emperor being the big bad at the end and everything. I liked it. The two guys that are watching over Neomuna and the one that everybody liked died and then the goofy one stays alive. You got a Ninja Turtle. How are you mad? Like that's what that dude is. He's Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. He's goofy. He's a kid. He's just being himself, and I loved it. It was fun. It didn't take itself seriously as an expansion, and I had a lot of fun with that expansion. And uh, I'd argue I liked it better than the Witch Queen. The Witch Queen was a lot of fun. I really liked the Witch Queen, but I liked this one better. Um, this one wasn't bad either. The one on Europa, Beyond Light. Beyond Light wasn't bad because it was. I think it was the first time we got an interactive raid. And what I mean by that was when World's First beat Deepstone Crypt. If you were on Europa, it started raining parts of the space station down onto the planet. And that's never happened before, as far as I know. Where the actual planet was interacting with what was actually happening in real life, and I thought that was really cool. And then after following that, then we got the cinematic essentially of when the thing that was trying to destroy our sun from the Red War crashed into the tower. That was really cool. I watched that live. That was a lot of fun. The rebirth of the Traveler was really cool. Um, this game has had so many good points from D1 to D2 um, I could talk about them over and over and over again. I could point out my favorite season was the Black Armory season. I wish they wouldn't have gotten rid of the Black Armory areas. It was so much fun. It had the most broken weapon in the game. Came out of I don't even have to go to my collection because it's always on me. Monarch is the best exotic in the game, period. There is no exotic better than this one. Okay, it has a champion stunner, right? So it can stun overload champions. It has poison. It has splash poison, and it can proc off of all kinds of abilities. Like I can use it on my strand build. I can use it on this build with my strand, and it can start sending when I if I can get uh, that precision, the precision arrow to hit, and boom, it explodes, right? And those enemies start all of a sudden threadlings start popping off of them. So even it's deep. I'm sorry, in my opinion, the most reliable, best exotic weapon in the game is Monarch, hands down. You can beat every piece of content in the game with just that gun, just that weapon. Put that weapon on and just start doing content, and you'll be like, oh my god. You heal. You get uh catalyst. I believe the catalyst is what allows you to heal. Rapidly defeating targets triggers heal. Yeah. So if you kill more than one enemy with it, you start healing off of it. So it's got a Cyril's regime as its catalyst. It's such a good weapon. And there's many other great weapons. I love Final Warning and Barrier Dyad, however you say that, Burrow Dyad. Love both of these. These are a lot of fun to play with. This is a really heavy hitting set SMG, and this is probably the best sidearm in the game. Um, Vex Mythoclast has always been one of my favorites. I was using this to try to get the catalyst done on it, so I don't have much to say about that. Dragon's Breath is a great weapon. Um, I'm trying to think of any other exotics that are like noteworthy that I would love to point out. Outbreak Perfected, great pulse rifle, great PvE and PvP pulse rifle. Um, Man, this used to be good. The Sturgo used to be great, and then it got butt nerfed. The Kvastov. This gun is awesome at clearing ads. If you need an ad, if you're having a hard time dealing with like ads in the Traveler or whatnot, dude, Kvastov, get that and watch those ricochets just start eliminating people. Let's go to the tower real quick. I think I might have some stuff at the tower I can grab real quick while I'm here. So maybe you're going to ask, Blue, what was the turning point that turned you off of Destiny? Because you're saying a lot of good things. You liked Lightfall, you liked Beyond Light, Witch Queen. Uh, Final Shape wasn't bad, by the way. It wasn't for me. I was really irritated at this point already with Destiny, and so when I went into it, I was going into it negatively, and the missions were way too long. Way too long. I mean, I liked Witch Queen because they had longer missions. These were insane. You could have broken them up into two missions, and it would have been so much easier on people to play. It would have been easier to take in, and you could have still had the same amount of content if you just cut the missions in half. But what was the breaking point for me that where I was like, okay, I'm out, and it really has to do with non-Destiny issues. Okay. The first one being the copyright issues. I do have a serious problem with that. You take other people's stuff and then you claim you didn't, and then you claim you did, and then no, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right? And you didn't do it just in Destiny. You did it in your marathon game that you're coming out with. That game may never see the light of day now because of what you did. I have issues with that, but that's not the issue I'm talking about. So the issue I have that kind of broke me and understand, and I want to make this as plain and clear in English as I possibly can. I don't care about anybody else's affiliations. Now, what are you talking about? I don't care if you're part of the LGBTQ, LMNOP, Purple Monkey dishwasher groups. I don't care. I don't care what you do at your home, and what you do with yourself is what you do. I don't care. Okay? Don't put it on me though. Don't force me to have an opinion, and don't force me to have to deal with stuff that I don't agree with. I am not homophobic. I'm not transphobic. I'm none of those things. I don't care. That's the difference. Okay? I just don't care about your. I live my life. My life is my life. I live my life the way I want to live it, and I'm not going to live your life. I can't live your life. I can only do me. I can only do me and my family. I have my beliefs, and my beliefs are based in Christianity. Now, okay. And when they decided to take two characters that one was already starting to become a meme of themselves, and the other one was still pretty badass, and then you turn into the skid of the woke LGBT stuff. That was the end for me because again, I'm not a huge follower of the lore of Destiny, right? I didn't read the Grimoire and stuff like that back in D1. I have friends that did though. One of my friends, I won't say his name, but one of my friends, a good friend of mine, read all the lore, and he would always let me know if I said something about the lore and it was wrong. He would jump on me quick and say, "Hey, no, Blue, that you're wrong on that." And he hadn't been playing in a very long time. Hadn't been playing. Why is Gambit telling me there's something here? There's nothing here. What? Rank 13 is required. That's weird. Anyways, um, oh, maybe it was over here. Oh, Gambit's lit up too. Anyways, when they said, and I asked him, I said, "Hey, is there anywhere in the Grimoire or in the lore that references Osiris and Saint 14 being a pair, being lovers? And he said, no, no, there's not at all. Never is. There's no mention of it. And I've done my research too. I haven't been able to find anything pre that season that they cut to do this. Okay. And if you want to do that, fine. That's fine. I don't care if you want to do that. My issue is it doesn't push anything forward or pull anything back. It doesn't retcon anything, and it doesn't push the story forward. You could have kept them as battle buddies that shared the same foxhole for many years, and so they were very close. Just like in real life soldiers, I'm a veteran myself. You share a foxhole with somebody for a while, and shit goes down, and you have a different relationship with that person. It's nothing sexual. It's nothing. It's an intimate relationship though, and um, and uh, and so that was my turning point too. Is when you purposely did something to pander to a small group of people to try to build your community back up, and pandering was the way you wanted to go. That's when I was like, okay, final shape, and I'm done. So that's the big thing about everything that's going on is that they Bungie's made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and everybody's given them a pass. Everybody's given them a pass, and me included, and I can't give them a pass. Now I'm just done. They completed their light and dark saga horribly, by the way, horribly completed it. It felt rushed. It doesn't make sense to me. I still don't. There's parts of Outriders that makes more sense to me in that game than the end of this. This shit should have been so epic, and instead they play on nostalgia. They bring Cade back for no reason, only for him to sacrifice himself to your ghost. Spoilers. And so now Cade is our ghost in all functionality. If you really think about it, it's no different than Oryx being what's the name of that gun? It's a scout rifle. Um, I don't have it because I've never done the fucking raid in this. Excuse my language. Touch of Malice. Oryx is still alive through Touch of Malice because part of him is in this gun, right? So because of what the sacrifice Cade made, Cade is now in our ghost. So uh, uh, Nolan North shouldn't be the voice of our ghost anymore. It should be Nathan Fillion. If they did that, man, I'd be happy. Just for the nostalgia factor of it, having Cade as your ghost, voicing your ghost now, would be so cool. They'd never do that. Um, and then this. This was another thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Lance Reddick, rest in peace, was an amazing voice actor and an amazing actor. Lance Reddick was amazing, and I'm not taking anything away from Keith David. I love Keith David. My favorite Keith David movie is not Breakfast, Men at Work. Love that movie. Charlie Sheen, Emilio Estevez, Keith David. Go watch it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's so funny. But he died and they had to make a decision, right? Because he died sudden. It wasn't expected, and so they bring in Keith David, but they didn't do the Peter Dinklage treatment. Whereas when they took Nolan North and said, okay, Nolan North is going to be the voice of our ghost from here on out, they deleted Peter Dinklage from the game. All his dialogue gone. But with Zavala, all of his pre-final shape is still Lance Reddick, and in the final shape is Keith David. I say you just AI voice Lance Reddick. Just put AI. It's good enough to get you through the final shape, and then kill Zavala during the final shape, right? So you kill Zavala during the final shape, so you don't have to recast his voice. It took away so much of the final shape to have Zavala voiced by somebody else. I know they didn't have a choice. I know that it was a really hard thing to do, and I'm just it didn't work for me. And Keith David is an amazing actor. Now, if they went back and said, okay, we're gonna in memory of Lance Riddick, we're gonna do something with him in the game, but we're gonna go back and put Keith David, have Keith David read all the lines and make him do all the redo it. There'd been an outcry. People said, "Oh, you can't do that." I would have been like, "Yeah, no, that sounds fine," because at least then the continuity's right. I'm not hearing a different voice, and you're taking me out of the game. Is what happens. And that's a minor pet peeve of the final shape for me. A minor pet peeve of the final shape. Let's go into so I can show you what I mean. I'm gonna go in here and show you some of the stuff with it. All right, we'll start here at the Lost City. That's another thing. They were able to bring back the old tower, in the final shape, but not just give us the tower. It's been being rebuilt for freaking 10 years or 7 years or however long. It's been since D2, what, 2016 or whatever it was. Just give us our old tower back. It's so much better than the current tower, and it's always going to be better than the current tower. And you can do it. It's not like you can't do it because you have it right here. Look, get rid of all these stupid trees and vegetation. Give us back our old tower, and I guarantee a lot more people would be happy. Bringing back old content just to satisfy our hunger for content isn't the way to do it either. Okay, this everything in this area is just reskinned content. It's the same old content, just reskinned into something else. Um, Down here, this is parts of the tower that I think we wouldn't have had access to, and then they mixed it with I want to say the Witch Queen, Savathun Stone World. It's like the tower mixed with Savathun Stone World, and that's how they got this area here. Bah, bah. I love Strand, by the way. Strand is so good. Strand is so good. Um, and that's another thing that I loved was in Lightfall. Was it Lightfall? Was the introduction of Strand. I think it's the best super in the game. Uh, Anyways, we'll jump to another. I'm going to jump to another location, right? We'll go. Oh, where are we at? Where are we at? That's too far, Killer. We're going to go here. The impasse. Let's go to the impasse. This was all new content, right? Oh, we're in the Traveler. Look, it's the wall. It's where we first got resurrected. And they added shit. They added parts of the other parts of the Cosmodrome here. This is what really disappointed me. When I got here, I was like, wait, what? Why am I right? Why is this here? You've rehashed this twice now. Because in D1 they did this. It was in Wrath of the Machine, I believe. You had to go back to get Kvostov. You had to come back through this area, and then there was a catch here that you were able to get on, which was cool. But they're polishing a turd. Oh, they put a hand in there and they threw big giant ghosts and stuff in it. That's kind of cool, but it's still the same shit you've already had. You have the coding for Ghost Shell. All you did was you just enhance and made it bigger and then stuck it in the ground. This pissed me off so much. I'm telling you, in my opinion, the worst expansion that Bungie put out in D2. in D2 was the final shape. It's the one I liked the least. And that's, again, this is my opinion, completely my opinion, but I didn't like it. It was long. Uh, it was, I just didn't like, I what was this one? What was this one called? Shadow, no, is it Shadow Keep? Was Shadow Keep the one here? I think this was Shadow Keep. I had less of an issue with that because you were getting the moon back. You were finally getting the moon back. Like, why can we go to the moon in D2? That's what everybody kept asking. Why can't we go to the fucking moon? We can go to Nessus and Mars. Well, no, not Mars. Well, yeah, Mars. We can't even go to Mars anymore. Um, Mercury, but we couldn't go back to the moon. And then they give us the moon back, and then everybody bitched about it. I was like, that's not fair. Um, the only thing that I would say about this, sorry, um, the Edge of Fate that I would be looking forward to is the fact that they're bringing back um, the other part of the Cosmodrome, the Banished Lands. They're bringing that back, which means Wrath of the Machine's coming back. That's by far one of my favorite raids, and they're bringing that back. Um, but if you're on the, let me tell you this, let me tell you guys this. If you're on the fence about getting this expansion tomorrow, right now, I can't show it to you because I'm live streaming and I think it blocks it out if I go to the main menu. But the final shape is free right now. Are you ready for Edge of Fate? I'm not going to play Edge of Fate. That's what this video is about. I am not playing Edge of Fate. Will not be playing it. Don't care. It's nothing new. They're not giving us new abilities. We're going to get turned into a ball and then essentially use strand, it looks like, to move objects. We're getting a very small new space to play with in a different area. The the protagonists, is that right? The enemies, I don't care enough about. The nine, I don't care enough about. Never have. They've never been big enough for me to care about. Prophecy is my least favorite dungeon in Destiny. My favorite dungeon in Destiny for playability has got to be Ghost. What the hell is it called? Not is it? It's Ghosts of something. Ghosts of the Deep. There we go. Ghosts of the Deep is probably my favorite dungeon. Um, and then Grasp of Avarice would be my number two because of the comedy of Grasp of Avarice, of how funny it is. I really like that when Bungie steers into comedy, they're really good at it, right? When they had Nathan Fillion as Cade Six, and they really were really steering into him, it was funny and it was fun to play. I feel like Grasp of Avarice is that last bit of fun, like everything's kind of funny. Um, Prophecy is my least favorite dungeon. It's boring. Everything is straightforward. There's no real hard puzzles to figure out. Light and dark, okay. It's boring. Spire of the Watch was kind of fun. You're back on Mars, right? Uh, Working your way up, playing with circuits and stuff. That was fun. I liked the Western theme. I liked it for the Western theme because you got some really cool outfits. Like you got this hat, the cowboy hat with for the hunter and whatnot. So it was cool. Um, uh, uh, One of my other really big ones I liked, and I haven't played it in a long time, is uh, where is it? Where is it? I'm trying to think. It's in the. It would be into Legends, wouldn't it? The one with where the Emperor's daughter, Keitel. Uh, is it in the Throne World? Is it in here? No, that's Spire of the Watch. Here it is. No, that's the new one. I haven't played the new dungeon all the way through. The one that you get Icebreaker from, and then I've still not been killed by it or seen anybody in groups that I've played to even have it. I heard it's like the hardest one to get. Um, I can't think of the dungeon. I guess it's not in rotation right now, so because it was on his stupid ship. Dares of Eternity, Zer's Treasure Hoard, Spire of the Watch, Ghost of the Deep, Prophecy, Grasp of Avarice. Those are those dungeons. But Duality. There we go. It took me a minute to remember it. Duality. I like that one. That one was fun. It's hard. It's the hardest dungeon, and I liked it. It was hard. I've seen people solo it, and I've seen a way to solo it, and I really wanted to try to see if I could. But you got to be really skilled to solo that dungeon. Ghost of the Deep. If time didn't run out, I would still be trying to. I did flawlessly solo it in its new form where you can essentially never die, where you can reload. But I did play it through and not die once. Um, uh, but and that's another thing is that the Destiny community is so broken right now that actually trying to complete uh, the multiplayer part of the game for a player who uh, uh, for a player who's not really affiliated with like my clan is huge. It's got a shit ton of people that are never on. Like these are the main people that are always on, and they're always if they're not with each other, then they're offline. They will never join in. They will never send you an invite going, "Hey, do you want to run a dungeon? Do you want to run a raid?" No, they're all for themselves. The only reason I'm still part of this clan is to get the clan bonuses during the season. But other than that, they do they I have not gotten one message from them in over 2 years. I've been with them for like 2 years. So in order for me to get anything done, I have to go to Fireteam Finder, and then I go into search. And if I want to do a raid, 90% of these raids, when you click on them, let's just do standard, right? So Salvation's Edge standard. I want to show you no mic required. Almost all of them will say no mic required, no mic required, no mic required, no mic. How do you do a raid that needs communication and not communicate? And then so I'll go, okay, well then I'll create one with mics required. Nobody will join. Nobody will join. Why this even exists is stupid to me. Why can't you just do this? I'm gonna show you. You want to do a raid? Fine. Let's make believe this is a raid. Okay. Where is it? Right here. Let's go right here. This is a raid. Let's just say this is the standard raid I'm clicking on. You hit that button, and look, we're searching for guardians. Why can't it just do that? And then it automatically puts you in a group, and then you can talk to each other. You can talk to each other. If somebody doesn't have a mic, you can, as a group, vote like in other MMOs to boot them and you can fill the spot until you get that right team to run through the raid or run through the dungeon, or run through the content that's hard that you want to do. I am missing so many weapons or exotics because I don't have the time right now. I mean, that's part of it is I have a kid, so I don't have the time. But when I do have the time, I can't get any of these exotics because I can never run the raids. I have the final. I'm on the final mission to get Necrochasm, which is right. Is it a primary? Or is it a secondary? Where's Necrochasm? It's a primary. Here it is. I actually have the quest to get Necrochasm. All I have to do is just keep running the Crota, wherever this is. It's in here somewhere. Those outbreak ones. These are just I just didn't get around to doing them. Is this it? No. Hmm. Anyways, I have it. I don't know where it is. Uh, Here's another one. I don't have the catalyst for Vex Mythoclast because I can never get into a raid where anybody wants to actually do the catalyst anymore. So, and Xur doesn't sell the catalyst. It's not like I can go to Xur because Xur sells catalyst all the time. But every single one I go to, when I go see Xur, I own every catalyst he ever sells. So the ones I need, he's never going to sell, or at least not but up until this point. So as a solo player, this is what I am at this point. As a solo player playing Destiny, it's dead for me. This game's dead. There might as well be no other players online because I can never get a reliable team together to get content done, to get the harder content done. The LFG Finder online was way more reliable than the fireteam Finder now. I don't even know if that's still up. But again, the raids have progressively gotten worse from the big time streamers have said this. The raids have progressively gotten worse since Last Wish. Last Wish was like the benchmark, and then they've gone steadily gone downhill from there. So when I hear that, I'm like, well, then I'm not even going to try it to begin with, right? Uh, but the biggest problem I'm having with Destiny, and why I decided when I was watching Destiny reveal Edge of Fate, why am I not buying it? Because it's content I already own. It's content I already own. Everything looks like something from another expansion. The place we're going to, kind of reminds me of uh, on Europa, the areas of Europa, the technological advanced areas of Europa, or even where the Fallen were presiding in Europa. That's what it looked like. And I've and dimes to dollars, I bet you it's just a reskin. They took those elements and they kind of, well, we're in this different dimension, so we can get away with still using the same old shit that this same old turd that we've been polishing for 4 or 5 years now. The Tiger engine is dead, by the way. This graphical engine is done. They've pushed it to its max. I saw a video online of a guy who used the Unreal 5 engine on Destiny 2 and showed what Destiny could look like under the Unreal 5 engine. It looked fucking amazing. If they did that, I would continue to keep buying, I think, because just for the graphical upgrade, being like, okay, this is true 120 frames a second, 200 frames, whatever your computer can handle, your console can handle. I'm on board. I'm there. Good. Let's do it. Liz, I'm heading. I don't even remember where I'm heading now, but I've been heading there forever. I do like the fact that the TIE fighter makes a TIE fighter noise. Hear it? That's the only reason I bought that. Only reason. There's only two things out of the Star Wars shit that I bought, and it was this ship, and I bought this ship, and I did buy something else. What was the other thing I got that was Star Wars related? Maybe it was a goat. No, it wasn't. I don't know what else I got. That's how long it took me to get to the tower. This is a very populated tower. That's why. Um, it, this game's been falling for a long time, and the only fortunate thing that Bungie's had in their favor is that no other game companies have replicated the game. Other games get replicated all the time. Look at Dark Souls. Look at FromSoft. They have their own subgenre now of games that have copied them and are doing just fine. The Neo franchise, Remnant 2 from the Ashes. Um, uh, uh, there's one I'm missing. Neo, Liza P is so good. And I would argue that some of these Souls likes are better than the Souls games themselves. That these other publishers did it better. Neo being one of them. I think Neo is Dark Souls if they were to put if arcades were still a thing. If arcade machines were still a thing and they wanted to put Dark Souls on an arcade, it would be Neo. And I'm okay with that. And it's so good. Um uh oh, that's what I was gonna show you, sir. Um the Bungie's constantly stealing content from the players is not cool. Buying content, buying Forsaken, one of the best expansions they've ever made. and then taking it away was bullshit. That was another thing that I was like, that should be illegal. Like, see, like I already own both of these. I own these catalysts, and he sells two catalysts every week, and he'll never sell a catalyst that you don't that you can't get. He is selling a dungeon, not a dungeon, but an exotic quest exotic right now. So if you have 23 strange coins, you can get the shotgun that's dog shit. The 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 exotic mission is dumb. It's a game show, kind of. It was dumb. I didn't like it, and the exotic for doing it was I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't look at these. Nothing good. Okay, I already have that armor set, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm the. I don't know if I'm like uh, making sense. Like I said, I originally I was thinking about writing a script out and explaining it in detail and going over and maybe doing some pre-recorded video and then talking over it and doing a nice fine crisp way of reasoning of why I'm not uh, moving forward with Destiny. But then I decided, you know what, just live stream, get it off my chest, get how I feel off my chest, see what the community thinks for whoever shows up. Um, I am going to be playing some new games though for you guys. Um, Maybe even bringing back some old ones to check out. Um, uh, I'm going to do the campaign for Battlefront 2 because a buddy of mine, shout out to Spencer, buddy of mine, he got me into playing the Battlefront 2 PvP stuff with him. He's like, come play with me. And I was like, okay. So I downloaded it and play with him. And then I realized it has a campaign. Now, I understand that there's like no technical support for the game, and I'm okay with that. It's a free game for me. I pay for EA Access or EA Pass, whatever it's called. So it's a free game for me anyway, so I don't care if it has technical support or not. But it does have a campaign. If you guys want me to play the campaign, let me know. Definitely do that. But yeah, shout out to Spencer for getting me on that game. Um, I will be giving you guys Borderlands 4. I'm going to try to do that in live streams. I'm going to try to do live streams instead of pre-records right now because pre-records I get so far and then I have to cut it off because the kid wakes up or something, and then because my editing software, when I moved from Colorado to Texas, I lost my editing software. It's in a box somewhere, so I can't go in and edit out the parts where I had to get up and go. So there's these long pauses. So I was talking to my wife and a couple of friends of mine, and they were going, "You should probably just do the live streaming because then it's easier, because then you can just do it in one go. So if you have to stop, you're just going to be standing around, and people can come and go as they please, and then you don't have to edit anything." And I was like, "Okay." So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is I'm going to just do live streams. Um, ideally, I'd like to get to 3 a week. Doing 3 live streams a week, maybe 3 to 5 hours each day. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 to 5 hours. I'm up on YouTube and maybe even up on Twitch if I can get Twitch going. Um, Let me know what you guys think if that's something you guys like. Let me know how you feel about Destiny, how you feel about Bungie. The other thing is they firing people, and there's just bad vibes with this company, right? There's two companies right now that I have a sour taste in my mouth with. This is one of them. This one is the I have such a bad taste. That it's the reason why I'm not progressing forward in the story. I don't care. The storyline with the nine, I could care less about. And when you show me gameplay and you show me the new stuff you're bringing in, none of it excited me. None of it was like, damn, I gotta get that. Whoo, it looks so good. Nope. The Star Wars stuff, it's just so funny to me. People, thousands, tens of thousands of people at this point now, pre-ordered the game, the expansion, and then canceled their pre-order. The only reason they pre-order is so they could get the Darth Vader, so they can get the. Here, I can show you. I actually show you right here. Uh, to get these, to get No Land Beyond, you got this, and you got these armor sets, right? If you pre-order it, they'd pre-order and then they canceled. Well, they got to keep their cosmetics. I don't know if Bungie's going to go back through and find out who doesn't have it and shouldn't have these and lock them out or whatever. They may. I don't know. That seems like a lot of work for Bungie, who can't even get their game right, to go back and fuck with people like that. Um, and then the second expansion after this in the Year of Prophecy is Renegade, and Renegade is just a Star Wars expansion. It has to do with more of a desert theme, and you're going to get Han Solo's blaster and lightsaber. I'm like, dude, that's stupid. Like, it's not exciting to me. That doesn't excite me at all. Um, I like it when games pair up with other games to expand the universe, but it's like Magic the Gathering. It's one of my all-time favorite games, and when they do their universes beyond stuff, and it has nothing to do with Magic, when they do certain universe beyonds, and it's like, this has nothing to do with Magic the Gathering. You're taking the fantasy out of it. When they did, and don't get me wrong, I like it, but I get the disapproval when they did like SpongeBob SquarePants and they turned characters in the game into SpongeBob characters. It's funny, I get it, but it takes you out of the game. And as fun as Star Wars is, and as fun as Destiny being a Star Wars epic saga kind of thing, I get that concept. But for them to directly spoon feed it to us, it's stupid. It's a money grab at this point. They're just trying to get as much money as they can before they go under. Before Sony takes complete control of this company, that's the next thing that's about to happen. You guys can fucking clip this time frame right here. I'm calling it. When Edge of Fate drops and it bombs, it's going to bomb. It's not going to do good. I'm telling you, even the mainstreamers who are trying to stay positive about it, you can tell even they're going, when it doesn't meet its quota that Sony needs it to meet, there's a part of Sony's contract with Bungie that they can take over complete control of the company if certain criteria are not met, and they're going to. With the fallout from Marathon, and then this expansion is going to bomb because a devoted fan like me is not getting it. That's how bad it is. Where even I have the money. It's not a money issue. It's not that I don't have the money to buy it. And when I buy them, I buy uh, uh, the biggest one they have, so I don't have to worry about buying anything else. When I get these, so whatever I don't know if you guys can see this, but yeah, the 99 the $100 one, the Ultimate Edition. Um, this is the one I would get because then I don't have to worry about buying anything else. The seasons will come in and I'll be able to play those all I want. And I get all the loot and everything like that. And it's not that. It has to do with Bungie's rubbed me the wrong way one too many times and I'm done. I still have what I've paid for. And when I have that Destiny itch, I can come back. It'll be a little bit updated because the UI is going to be updated with it and you don't have to pay for that. But the UI will be updated, so I'll get to see that. Um, I it's just when the dedicated players like me who are solo players for all intents and purposes, I've beaten so much content by myself without any help of anybody else, just by myself, burning through content, staying up late, just being in the grind, right? To say, you know what, I don't want to grind anymore. I don't want to do it no more. So, I, Bungie, good luck. I wish nothing but the best for you. I hope I'm wrong. And Edufade's amazing, and it gets such good reviews that I have to come back, eat some crow, and buy the expansion. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that next week or week after, it's got so much of the fan base back because it did something that they were hidden and they didn't tell anybody about, and they kept it quiet, and then they launched this, and boom, everybody's talking about it, right? Freaking Dado and Astacross and I can't think of the other guy's name. Oh, I can't think of his name. But the big streamers, they're going, Bife, all them. This is the best expansion. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But if it does, I will come on stream right away and I will beat it. I will buy it. I'll even go one better. If it does something like that, I'll come on stream, I will buy it, and I'll give out a code for somebody else who wants to try it. That's how confident I am that it's not going to do good. That if it blows up and it gets more publicity and it gets more positive review than Final Shape, because Final Shape didn't do very good, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. Lightfall did better. Lightfall, in the last three expansions that Destiny's put out, Lightfall has been their most profitable. And I like Lightfall. I love being on the outside of the ship as it's flying through space, heading towards Neptune, and you're just climbing on the edge of the ship. That shit was so cool. Everything about Neptune was cool. The big war at the end when you're hand in hand with Keitel and the Emperor's forces are coming up the stairs and you're just trying everything to keep them off of you. And it doesn't matter because the Emperor still gets to where he needed to go. And then that Emperor boss fight took like 2 days to beat him because I had it on the hardest difficulty. And I wasn't mad. I wasn't hating that he kept kicking my ass. I was like, this is awesome. And everybody shit all over that expansion. But yeah, there's been two companies that have rubbed me the wrong way. This is one. The other one is Blizzard. I want to talk about Diablo 4 so bad, but I think I'm going to say that for another video. I'm going to do a live stream, pull up Diablo 4 and run around Diablo 4 for a little bit and talk about my issues with Blizzard because I have a handful of problems with Blizzard and why I'm still oh so salty with that game. The Diablo 4 mainly. Um, here's an idea. No devs from Bungie are watching this stream. Guaranteed. I only have 600 subscribers, so I guarantee they're not watching this. But here's a great idea for a money grab that I would pay for today. Go back to Destiny 1, grab Destiny 1, right? Bump it up to Destiny 2's level with edge grabbing and infinite ammo and primaries and all that stuff, but you still, but what am I saying? Remaster Destiny 1. Not remake, remaster. Remaster Destiny 1 with all the Destiny 2 stuff in it. You don't even have to give me Destiny 2 weapons. You can keep all the OG weapons of Destiny 1 in Destiny 1, but remaster Destiny 2, I'll buy that tomorrow. I'd buy that tomorrow. Other companies have done it. Other companies have been successful doing it. I don't know why Bungie is banking on the next year of Destiny doing the next couple of years, in fact, of Destiny, next 5 years, because the next 5 years is the nine. That's what they're talking about. The storyline with the nine is going to go over the next 5 years. Not for me. Not for me, guys. Um, uh, I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on this. Where do you guys stand with Destiny as a game and Bungie as a whole? Because Destiny as a game is a great game, but Bungie has made it to the point where I don't want to play it though. I think that's the problem. Is that I think it was so funny because the best expansion that Destiny ever put out, in my opinion, is Forsaken. He killed Cade. That was a ballsy move. They could have killed any other character, but they killed the most popular character in the game. They killed Cade, and that was when they were still partnered with Activision. And then they go, we're gonna separate Activision. We're cutting ties. We're gonna be our own publisher. We're gonna be our own developer. We're gonna do Destiny our way. And the community was like, yes, yes. And nothing has lived up to Forsaken when Activision was in control, when they had these other studios to help them. Nothing has gotten even close to Forsaken. So the two best expansions in Destiny through the whole lifespan of Destiny, Destiny 2. Forsaken is number one, Taken King is number two, and then Rise of Iron will probably be number three for me. And then Witch Queen, Lightfall, Beyond Light, whichever one the moon was, and then Final Shape. Final Shape is way down there for me. It's the first Captain America movie. Like it's serviceable, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Sorry, guys. I didn't like it. Um, I wish Bungie wouldn't cut content, but they do, and they're going to. They're going to keep cutting content, guys. I would bank. I would bank on this being the next thing that goes away. There's nothing going on this planet. There's not. Is there even a dungeon? There's not even a dungeon on this planet. Failsafe's not even on this planet anymore. So the whole reason to go here, it says she's still there, but no, dude, she's fucking right here, right there. There's failsafe right there. This is the next thing to go. You're gonna see this go bye. It's just gonna pop off the map, and then the Dreaming City is bye, and they're gonna add something else. Bring back the Tangled Shore and kick out Dreaming City or something. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm done. This is the last of Destiny that you'll see on my channel for a long time. Again, Bungie proved me wrong, but this is the last of Destiny for me. Um, I'd like to know what you guys think. Um, you know what? Let's leave it on a positive note. What is your favorite memory of Destiny? What is your favorite memory of Destiny? It can be from one or two. It doesn't matter. Leave me a comment below. Let me know, and I'll pin my favorite. I'll pin my favorite. Maybe even do something. Do a giveaway or something for it. That's my favorite. I'll tell you my favorite. My favorite memory of Destiny was from Destiny One. It was with my original clan that we used to. I literally flew from Colorado to London, England, to play with these guys. These were all British guys. I was the only American part of their team, and we met in D1. And my favorite memory of Destiny was in D1. We were doing the Crota in the raid. We were at Crota. We had to randomly pull some guy in, some kid. There was actually some kid to help us finish off the final boss. And he had a blue rocket launcher, and he kept insisting that his blue rocket launcher was the most powerful, and it was so funny. And it became a meme within our group all the way through to Destiny 2. It was a meme. We would always, oh, we got the blue rocket launcher. It's so OP. Da, da, da. It was, and we laughed, and we had such a great time. And that's my best memory. It's not even from D2. My favorite memory from Destiny is from Destiny One. My favorite, in all fairness, my favorite area of Destiny of all time is from D1, which was the Plaguelands. I don't know why, with the lava and everything that was going on with Siva and stuff. I had so much fun in that area. It was small, but I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. They're bringing it back, and I really that almost pulled me in. That was one of the deciding factors. Was like, maybe I will get it just so I can get that, but I don't want to give Bungie any more money. They don't. They need to earn my money now because I made a commitment from the Light and Dark saga to complete it. From D1 when I first started playing the game to the final shape, I made a commitment I was going to play the game through to that. I did that, and I said anything after that, they have to up the ante. They have to earn my money. From everything I've seen from this expansion coming, they haven't earned it, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm not playing. I mean, if you go back in the video and listen of my ramblings, there's other reasons why I'm done with Destiny, but um, yeah, uh, games to look forward to for me on the channel again. Borderlands 4, I'm so excited for that game. Neo 3, very excited for that. There's a Lies of P expansion that came out. I beat Liza P and it was amazing. I didn't get the expansion, but I think I'm going to. I just haven't got around to it. Um, I haven't beat the new Star Wars Souls-like game, Final Jedi or Jedi because you had Fallen Order was the first one, and then it's like Jedi Survivor is the new one. If you guys want me to play that on stream, I can do that. Um, I never did finish Dead Space, so I could do that with you guys. Shining Force was my retro game that I was playing. I could come back and do that. You guys just let me know in the comments what you want me to play. Um, my buddy, a long time ago, this is the last thing, and I'm going to get off. A buddy of mine, I actually already mentioned him in the stream, Spencer. He bought me Kingdom Hearts 3. When it first came out, he bought me the collector's edition of Kingdom Hearts 3. It came in the mail. I didn't even know he was doing it. It just showed up, and I was like, why did I get this game? Like, I didn't buy it. And then I got a message from him. He says, did you get the package? And I was like, yeah, you bought it? He goes, yeah, I want you to play it. He's a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. He's played them all. He's beaten them all. I was like, okay. So I put the game in. I did the first video. I recorded my first video and put it up on YouTube. YouTube instantly blocked it and blocked my account for 2 weeks. They blocked the game and they hit me with a copyright claim and blocked my and I shut my account down for 2 weeks. So it rubbed me the wrong way. But I'm pretty sure I can do Kingdom Hearts 3 now, and YouTube doesn't care. If not, there's other places now. There's so many other places since when that game came out to now. I can do it on Rumble. I can do it on Twitch. If you guys want to play Kingdom Hearts 3, let me know. Let me know. Uh, But yeah, on that note, guys, let me know what you think about all this crazy rambling and incoherent babbling from me. Um, I'm not going away. I'm still going to be bringing you guys content. I love you guys. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day, great rest of their week. Excuse me, now I got the hiccups. Great time to get off. Great rest of your week. Like, comment, subscribe if you liked the video. If you didn't, that's fine too. I get it. Uh, I get it. If you're mad, if you're hearing what I'm saying, you're like, this dude's fucking retarded. I get it too. I get that too. I understand. I get you. No hard feelings. Okay. Everybody's has a right entitled to their opinion. Just be respectful about it. That's all I ever ask. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm just telling you how I see it. But love you guys. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day and a great week. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.